Hey guys, I wanted to show you your InterX kit that I'm sending you. So this tiny little bundle has packed a punch power for you. So you're going to open it on up, and in here is your water bottle. We like to spray the portion of the body that we're going to be treating with a little bit of water first. It enhances the conductivity and just makes the treatment a little deeper. That's how I learned to do from the company itself, despite some conflicting information in the manual. That's how they do it at the clinic that the company runs. So I've taken on that habit and have included a bottle for you to also do that. So this is your InterX 1000 device, and this is the mid-range. It's available for home purchase by clients with a prescription. The federal government regulates medical devices, and they require a doctor's permission in order to purchase. So you're allowed to have it because you're under my care and you're my client and it's my device. So this is the InterX 1000, and then Mom, this dome here, this is a dome, and this is for your use to be using on your belly and your wrist. While you have the cast on, you'll actually be treating the opposite wrist. We use the power of opposites and diagonals in InterX, and it's more of an Eastern approach where we're stimulating the body's own natural healing through electrical stimulus, neurostimulation. It's officially called interactive neurostimulation, and that means that it sends an impulse into your body responds, and then the computer chip inside here responds to that. So it becomes an interactive, non-repeating pattern, so the body doesn't accommodate and we get better results. So when you first get the unit, usually the most comfortable is to attach a probe. You can use the head of the unit. It can be applied directly onto the skin. Always the probe or the unit has to be applied directly onto the skin. When we attach and remove probes, we make sure the device is off. So when you put in the probe, there is a couple of arrows right here on the wire, and those arrows go straight up, and you'll see there's a little nub that is the nub here, and that fits through a slot right there, and it just gently snaps right in, and then you pull back on it to pull it out. So you just find that and it snaps right in. Don't smash it when you're trying to pull it back out. You want to just pull it back out without smashing the cord. So we snap it on, turn it on by hitting the white button, and you allow it to self-test. It takes about a second to self-test, and then it makes a beep, beep, and then it's ready to go. So this first circle here changes your number. 1, 2, 3 is for chronic injury. 4 and 5 is for acute. So you want to vary and move between the different numbers, and I'll do a little segment on just the settings a little bit later. So for now, we will be treating on 1, and then once you decide on your number, then you place the dome on you. You're first going to spray a little bit, and then you place the device on you, and then you hit the plus button here, and this light starts to blink, and that plus button will take you to a level that's comfortable. There's I'm going to turn down just a little bit. It feels a little bit like tapping, because actually the InterX history, it's based on an inspiration from Tibetan tapping, ancient healing form of Tibetan, which is Tibetan tapping. So it does feel a little bit like tapping. You want it to be comfortable. I like to keep it strong, but not bitey. And we call bitey when it feels like needles are hitting you. It just makes you very uncomfortable. We don't want that. We're going to turn it down until it just feels comfortable. You don't want it to feel faint, nice and strong. So basically what happens is you're going to push it probably too high. It's going to be ow, ow. You want to push it down just enough, and then you sit there. And then this will run for 10 minutes automatically, and it will shut off. So if you wanted to shut it off sooner, you just hit the white button, hold, let go, and now the device is off, and you can remove the cord. Now I've also included a comb in here. This is a comb attachment, and it's for use in the hair. I included this because of Katie's headaches, that she'll want to be doing some head treatments. And there's a whole other video on that I'll share with you. So once again, we've got some arrows on the cord, and you just push it in till it snaps. Press the white button, let it self-test, makes a beep, choose your setting. We're just going to stay on 1. It just repeats every time you hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, goes back to 1. And then you're going to press up. I'll do another separate video about the comb and things. So just showing you that this is why I included it, and it was included for Katie. So right now I'm just going to turn it off, detach the comb. So also inside the booklet, the bag here, is a DVD to orient you to the device. It'd be worth popping it into your computer and taking some time to look at that. I've also included some sheets on what to do, and I'm going to go over that in a minute. This is a manual that you get, and I've opened it up directly to the settings, and it describes each setting and why you would want to choose that setting. So it helps you understand them a little bit further. Then this is a little flyer that I give out about InterX. And that's all that's in the little goodie bag. So, I have another printout that I don't have right now for the constipation, a pattern that the company is recommending. And also you can do their pattern, but also Jimmy and I do the Lomi way, which is to use the device, the dome, in a clockwise pattern on the belly. Of course, it'll be the skin. You're going to be putting it on your skin. And the company talks about going across the body or going up or going down, but we also do things in circles because of the Lomi. So if you go backwards, you're going to slow the peristalsis. If you go forward, you're going to advance it. So you, for your constipation, you're going to want to go clockwise. So in general, we never go counterclockwise because it really does stop people up, and it's not good, not cool. So I will have that print out in this packet. And then also in this original packet, there's a map about the face. The InterX clinic discovered that the face has some very powerful points on them, and we treat right here on the eyebrows, and that actually affects the lower body. It affects the hips, thighs, and feet. And then we treat here. Actually, it's the powerful sinus point in acupuncture, and that it affects the hands and the arms and the internal organs. So you're going to do this for your constipation and for your wrist. And then here on the sides of the mouth, we call V3, and that affects the head and the neck. So I'll give you written suggestions on how I think you should treat. So I just wanted to go over the packet. So This is very good. It talks about treatments, and it's really, really amazing, the points on the face, and Jack does these a lot. So then the next one is what we call organ points, and this is more acupuncture type theory, and we do this to fortify the entire body so that your system is working at an optimum level and can heal itself. So we use these organ points to fortify the body, and I'll want you to do those, all of those. And then finally we have what we call nerve points, and we do the organ points first, and then we move on to the nerve points. And the nerve points again are based on acupressure, Eastern theory, and we are fortifying the body. So you just slowly go through these. You pick the amount of time that's comfortable for you. You can do up to an hour, even 2 hours in one session. But basically you don't want to get frustrated or bored, or you just want to do as much as you feel comfortable doing and try and do that every day. And so maybe you only get through 3 organ points or 4 organ points, and then you start moving on to the nerve points, and I think there's like 24 nerve points. So it could take you a few days to get through that. And then this is another talk about nerve points, as well as what we call dermatones. And dermatones are talking about places on the spine that affect the rest of the body. So you can treat your C1, C2 to affect the hands and help with the wrist repair. So I'll give you written information about how to handle what's in this packet, but I just wanted to go over what's in the packet. So there you go. If you just keep it all together for me, just keep it safe. It is the value of all this is about $2,000, so you want to kind of keep that in mind. I can arrange possibly for you to get a kit at a great discount, but I'll talk about all those details when we get into writing emails and stuff like that. So this is the comb, and then the device goes back in here too, and it zips right up. Makes it easy to store it and put it away. And there's your InterX packet, your 1000 home kit.